Have you ever felt like life is on autopilot? You wake up, brush your teeth, rush to work, get stuck in traffic, do what needs to be done, go back home, take a shower, have whatever for dinner, try to rest, but your mind won't switch off, sleep poorly, and the next day, it all starts again. And deep down, between one notification and the next, a question starts to poke at you. Is this it? Is life really just about meeting obligations and waiting for the weekend? Is our only mission to pay bills, maintain appearances, and try to seem functional while inside, everything is screaming for something more? The craziest part is, no one talks about it. Everyone just keeps pretending everything is fine. That it's part of the deal. That it's normal. That this is what adulthood is, a packed schedule, a polite smile, and a quiet hole in the chest. But what if that hole isn't a flaw? What if it's a sign that you're still alive? You might try to ignore it. Stay busy. Work more. Post more. But in the silence, in the dead of night, it comes back. The same question. The same restlessness. The same feeling of life passing by while you're forgetting to live. Maybe you're going through this right now. Or maybe you haven't even noticed it yet. But there's something inside you that's already tired of pretending. Because deep down, you know. You were born for more than just repeating the same routine until you die. When an existential crisis hits, everyone tries to survive in their own way. And in the face of this emptiness, that suffocating feeling of living a soulless life, many people choose one of two paths. Some say, screw it. They reject everything. The work, the system, the alarm clock, the productivity logic. They're the ones who say, I refuse to spend my whole life in an office, pretending this is living. These people drop out of the race. Turn their backs on the game. They seek a freer, minimalist, alternative lifestyle. Some move to the countryside. Others live off-site jobs, freelancing, art. There are even those who embrace the anti-work movement, a total rejection of the idea that work defines a person's worth. But on the other side, the path is the complete opposite. There are people who embrace the system's logic tooth and nail. They dive headfirst into work, into the stressful routine, into extreme productivity. They study passive income, read about the FIRE movement, make spreadsheets, invest heavily, wake up at 5 a.m. All to achieve financial freedom. And finally, rest by the age of 35. While one group says, I want to live, not just work, the other says, I'll work so much now that one day I'll be able to really live. But there's one detail that no one likes to admit. Both paths could be an escape. Because both those who reject everything and those who embrace everything are, deep down, trying to silence the same emptiness. An emptiness that isn't solved by money, but it also isn't solved by fleeing from the world. The problem isn't the work. The problem is living a life where work is the only thing that exists. And this is where many people get lost, trying to fill a purpose-shaped hole with survival strategies. And this is where the truth hurts. Because, even though they seem like opposites, both groups are the same inside. Both those who scream, I want to escape the system, and those who say, I'll win within it, are, deep down, trying to escape the same thing, the feeling of being lost. The problem isn't the lifestyle you chose. It's the reason you chose it. How many people are living on autopilot, making money, hitting goals, and still feel like none of it fills them? How many others have dropped everything to live outside the matrix, and still feel empty? It doesn't matter what path you take if you don't know why you're walking. Without purpose, everything becomes a distraction, even the search for freedom. And that's the blind spot. It's where many people fool themselves into thinking they've found the way out, when in reality, they've just swapped one type of prison for another. Because living without a genuine purpose is like sailing in an endless sea, without a compass, without a map, and with blind faith that some island will appear on the horizon. But what if that island never comes? The lack of purpose isn't just a philosophical anguish. It becomes concrete pain. Silent. Lethal. When life loses its meaning, the brain seeks something to distract it from the pain of existing. That's when addictions are born. And we're not just talking about substances, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs. We're talking about the most devastating and silent modern addiction: pornography. Millions of people are trapped in this, not because they lack self-control, but because they lack meaning. When the day ends and everything feels empty, pornography shows up as a quick relief. An escape. A moment when the world disappears, and so do you. But right after, what remains is the same emptiness as always. Only now, with guilt. And the cycle repeats itself. Just like the addiction to social media, to food, to shopping, to approval. All of these are ways to numb a soul that no longer sees a reason to keep fighting. And when no distraction works anymore, the darkest thought begins to surface. Death starts to seem lighter than living without purpose. Today, the number of young people thinking about ending their own lives is terrifying. Especially among those who grew up hearing, "You have to be someone in life." But no one ever explained how to truly be someone. Among Asian American youth, for instance, suicide is one of the leading causes of death. Many are crushed by expectations, from parents, from culture, from the world. Living to please everyone but themselves. And this isn't that far from you. Maybe you know someone who's always smiling but falling apart inside. Maybe that someone is you. From an early age, we're taught what it means to be successful. Get into college. Land a good job. Get married. Buy a house. Have kids. Retire. It's as if life came with a pre-written script, and our job is just to stick to the lines. But what if the script doesn't make sense to you? What if even after following every step, you still feel a hole in your chest? The truth is, many of us are living dreams that aren't ours. They're projections from our parents, from school, or from society. They're outdated molds trying to fit souls that were born to create something new. And when we try to live inside a mold that suffocates us, the body screams. The mind shuts down. The heart gets sick. You feel like you're the problem. But maybe what's wrong is the standard you tried to follow. True purpose doesn't come from the outside. It's not a job title, a number in your bank account, or someone else's approval. It's an inner flame. A quiet but persistent calling that says, you were born for more than just fitting in. But it's hard to hear it when everything around you says you have to hurry, produce, succeed. And so comes the question, how do you quiet the outside world to hear what's coming from within? That answer changes everything. Now imagine that purpose isn't something to be found in books, formulas, or someone else's advice. Imagine it's already inside you. Yes, maybe you haven't noticed it yet, but it's there, quietly waiting to be awakened. And no, it's not something mystical or out of reach. You don't need to lose yourself in endless meditations or spiritual journeys to find what truly moves you. Purpose lives in the simplicity of everyday life. It's how you face each challenge. It's what makes your heart beat faster when no one's watching. It's what makes you feel, at the end of the day, that your soul was nourished, not just your body or others' expectations. The search isn't for something grand or unattainable. It's about being true to who you really are. And if you're asking, but how do I do that? The answer is simpler than you think. It's a journey of self-discovery, of reflection, and of the courage to break free from imposed patterns. And here's the secret, purpose doesn't just show up out of nowhere. It reveals itself step by step, in every conscious choice, in every honest action you take in your life. Now I want to ask you a question. Are you ready to begin this journey back to your purpose? Because when you start taking the first steps, everything changes. Finding a purpose isn't like discovering buried treasure. It's more like growing a tree. You plant the seed of intention, water it with curiosity, and wait with patience. We often expect purpose to arrive with a grand sign or a moment of epiphany. But most of the time, it grows from small gestures, from what sparks your curiosity, from topics you never get tired of exploring, from the pain you've overcome and now want to help others heal from too. To begin feeling connected to a purpose, you need to step out of autopilot. Pay attention to your emotions, your values, what moves you and touches your heart. Purpose isn't something you think, it's something you feel. And to feel it, you need to reconnect with who you really are, beyond the masks, the outside expectations, or daily obligations. Look at your story. What have you faced? What did you learn from it? What talents, even small ones, do you have that could serve the world in some way? Purpose often lies where your pain finds a way to become useful. Where your passion meets contribution. And remember, purpose doesn't have to be grand, revolutionary, or widely praised. It can be found in caring, listening, or transforming the small spaces around you. It can evolve over time. What matters is that when you get close to it, you start to feel a strange calm, as if, even with doubts, you're finally on the right path. If this video touched your heart, share this message with someone who needs to hear it too. Leave a comment below with what resonated most with you. I want to know where you are in your journey. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because together we're going to explore even more ways to unlock your potential and live the life you truly deserve. The real transformation starts now. I'll see you in the next video.